So, looking at the first Republican debate, here was my takeaways. Anytime you're on the stage with that many people, and there's like 8 people on the stage, the key is that you have to do the following two things. One, you want to make sure that you have a central message, no matter what question you're asked, that people that are watching know that's what you stand for. So, maybe it's fighting corruption, maybe it's lowering taxes. Whatever it is, you should be including that central, easy to understand point in every answer you give. And the second thing is you want to do something to stand out from the crowd. So using those metrics and analyzing the debate, I think that the clear winner was Vivek. The reason for that is he was able to put that clear message in every one of his answers, where he was talking about corruption and revolution and needing to really upset the apple cart and change the direction of the country, and he clearly stood out. Now, specifically, Vivek's big downside going into this debate is going to be name recognition, because people that follow him on Twitter or follow the sort of talk shows might recognize him, but the average American probably has no idea who this young guy is. And certainly it benefits him that he seemed to be the one that was attacked the most by the other people on the stage. So perceptually, it gives off the impression, even if I don't know this guy, Mike Pence knows him, Chris Christie knows him, and they're treating him like a significant threat. So I think Vivek wins because he not only accomplishes the two generic things he needed to accomplish, but the specific thing of getting more name recognition. I don't think Ron DeSantis had any big unforced errors, but he needed, in a debate where Trump wasn't there, to stand out as the big dog that was on the stage. And sadly, I feel that he comes off as sort of middle of the pack. And so, even though there weren't any great unforced errors, I don't think he did himself any favors. The worst image of the debate for him was when they were asked to raise their hand if they would support Trump if he was the nominee, and he literally looked at Vivek and then half raised his hand once he saw Vivek's hand was raised high. It gives off the perception of someone who's not strong, independent, and coming up with his own voice. And I think that's a shame, because I think that that's DeSantis' brand when it comes to the actions that he's taken in Florida. As far as the rest of the participants, I don't think any of them really have a chance. I think they're going after the donor buck, they're going after the establishment rhino donor class, and trying to be the alternative to the inevitability of challenging MAGA within the Republican Party. I think that Chris Christie was billed as the guy that would be a firebrand and go after, anyone that was MAGA, but I think ironically it was Mike Pence who was the person who came out and spoke the heaviest and even was interrupting and talking over the bell quite frequently, which, to be honest, was a little out of character from what I've known of Mike Pence. So at the end of the day, I think Vivek had the best performance. I think that, DeSantis really dropped the ball and could have hurt his chances here because he doesn't come across as a big dog. And ultimately, I question, though, whether this debate will even matter in the grand scheme of things. Probably won't. It's probably more of an intrigue for people that really follow this stuff. And seeing as how Trump wasn't there, there's a question of how important it was in the first place.